So we all know that women have absolutely no idea what men want, but there are a lot of creators now floating around trying to bridge the gap between the sexes. Men are learning how to pick up women, and women should be learning what men like and to stop making the same mistakes. Well, apparently not. Hey, it's Christine Grace. Welcome back to my channel. Today is another reaction video. Like the video on your way in. Let's get straight into it. So Emily King is going to tell us this one thing will make men instantly lose attraction, but women continue to make this mistake. Let's see what she has to say.
To my YouTube channel today, buckle up because we are talking about the biggest turnoff for men. Too many women actually make the mistake of thinking that this will actually attract a man, but trust me, it does quite the opposite.
Okay, I've not watched this video already. I'm gonna guess that it's posting promiscuous photos. Or dressing promiscuously. One or the other. Let's see if I'm right.
And I'm talking about men across the board. I'm talking about from the age of 19 all the way through to a man in his 70s. No matter what I've seen across the board, no man likes this. And all too often, women that are younger, that are immature, and some women never get there, no matter how old they get. They still just don't get it. This does not turn on a guy. This does not attract a man. It will absolutely make him think that you're unattractive if you do this to them. And as usual, guys, I'm going to give you two examples of women that
I might have got it wrong. What is it?
Make this mistake. The first one is very blatant. I think that she is the most unattractive woman in the room to this man that she approaches.
Being drunk? Being loud? Being rude?
The bar and tries to attract him. We're going to talk about that. It's a really short clip. It's actually a video that went viral 3 years ago on my TikTok page. And I actually have decided that I'm going to show you guys that video, that particular video that I stitched. You get to see me from 3 years ago. I know that many of you guys on YouTube have not seen me from that long ago because I've only been on YouTube for like a year and a half to 2 years. So that in itself is going to be...
She's doing crazy well. She's only been on YouTube for like a year. That's insane. Props to her.
Fun to watch. The second video is a girlfriend that tries to make her boyfriend jealous.
I didn't even think of this one because I thought that was just like a no-go for either of the sexes. Oh my gosh.
And she makes all the wrong moves. But what's great about this video, guys, is that her boyfriend came back and held her accountable. But you guys can wait and see what happens to see if she actually takes that accountability. Before we get into it, please remember, guys, to like the video, hit the subscribe button if you want to continue to see my videos. One of the biggest turnoffs for men that a lot of women get wrong is making it into a competition with other men. If that man is in...
No dude wants to compete for you. No dude wants to compete for you. He wants to know that you're his and you know that you're his and that you're no one else's. Simple as that.
In your life, he knows you, you know him. He does not want to have to compete for your love, for your attention against other men. He wants you to make that choice. He doesn't want to convince you or to somehow wiggle his way in because it doesn't feel right to him. Men think very differently than women. Women actually, this is a secret about women, guys, is that women don't mind a competition early on. Early on, women don't mind the competition. They actually oftentimes are more attracted to men in which they have to,
because it confirms that he is, in fact, there was a word for it that someone used in a previous video, like socially qualified. If other women are into him, it's probably because there's something going for him and it makes him more attractive. In the beginning, women don't mind the competition because it's natural. It's natural that women would compete for a man because they're competing for that safety, provision, and protection that the man can offer. And if the woman knows that she can offer something good to him, she doesn't mind the competition because may the best woman win. Obviously, it's a bit different if you're in a committed monogamous relationship and then competition appears 20 years later. Different story, but she's absolutely spot on. There's a harsh truth about women that most women won't actually admit.
To compete for against other women. But that's why women get it wrong, because they make the assumption that men think like them. But what's very different is that, yes, men want a woman that is high value, right? So that woman might have a lot of options, but that doesn't mean that that woman is entertaining all of those options, and definitely not getting them all together and pushing them in his face and saying, here's your competition. Women that are high quality women that have a lot of options, they will actually see a high value man and the man that she's interested in, and she will push aside the other men, right? And she will just kind of either let them drop off on their own, or she will just blatantly tell them, look, I'm interested in somebody else, go away. And when she does that, oh, that man that already sees her as high value, right? It's not the fact that she's pushing away men that makes her high value. It's just the fact that she is already being viewed as high value by this man. And then he witnesses her pushing aside the other men for him because she likes him. That is attractive. What men don't want to go through is they don't want you to have a whole bunch of men around you, and then for weeks and for months he's kind of there, he's in or he's out of the crowd, he's in to the crowd, he's out of the crowd. He does not want to go through that. And it is not about being insecure. It is actually just that he doesn't want to put his efforts towards somebody that doesn't appreciate it, right? Because if she's taking on a lot,
it's about respect. It's just about respect.
A lot of efforts from a lot of different men, that means that she can't really appreciate that one man's efforts, right? Because she's comparing it to all the other men's efforts that she's allowing in, that she's receiving. Whereas for a woman, it's a lot easier because women don't have to put in as much effort, especially when you're in that talking stage or when you're in that early dating stage. It's very easy to compete with other women because all you're literally doing is giving attention to him. Like, you're not really giving that many other resources to him like he would be to you. So with that being said, that's in the early dating stages. That's in the talking stages. These examples that I have to show you guys is just extreme because these women are already in relationships. The first video, let's get into, because this is a woman that is engaged and she approaches a man at the bar that is not her fiance and says something in particular that makes her, I bet you, in his eyes, the most unattractive woman in that room. This is me stitching this video 3 years ago. So let's watch the video.
And women out here wonder why there's a huge group of men that are done dating and done with relationships. Because that man is not impressed. He actually thinks that lady now is probably the most unattractive person in the room. And now he understands that women can be extremely disloyal, even right before she's about to marry a man. And over time, if he has enough of these experiences, he'll probably become one of those guys that don't want a relationship and just want to chill in peace.
I could not have said it better myself, guys. The millennial pause was a little bit cringeworthy, but we got through it. There's a lot to unpack about the impact on that man, right? The man that gets approached by a woman that openly says that she's engaged and about to get married, and
he might be in a relationship. He might be thinking about proposing to someone, and now he's thinking, oh my gosh, is my girl going to do that? It's disgusting. You're ruining it for all of us.
He wants to have fun for like one night with this man, because I think that men could potentially go with it, right? And they're going to use her for that one thing, and everyone gets what they want except for her fiance. But it's, that's it, and that's done. But with that being said, I think even for that man, it ends up impacting him down the road. Because what happens when that man is now in a relationship And he has witnessed women, at least a woman, that has so openly and freely cheated on her person that she's about to make vows towards. That impacts you, okay? Now, let's say this man doesn't even go through with that. I would argue that even that has impacted him. Even her approaching him has impacted him. That's an experience, right? And if he experiences that along with multiple other similar experiences where women are just freely breaking vows, breaking promises, not being loyal to their person, that's going to make you view women in a very negative way. It's going to make you think that
I've heard a lot of men talk about, you know, being out in the dating game and being out on nights out, and how hen parties, I don't know if you guys say that in the States, bachelorette parties, that's what you guys call it. Like, the way women act when they're about to get married. And what's really interesting is that it got put to me recently that women are always worried about stag do's or bachelor parties. And it's actually a projection of themselves. It's a projection of how they act at their bachelorette hen parties. They know they're going to be up to nonsense. So they think that the man is going to be up to nonsense. When actually, I know what men get up to, but I also know that not all men want to do that. If a man has found his person and he's crazy about this girl, he's not thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go and sleep with a hooker, you know, if he's picked the right person. So for women to go out on these nights out and when they're literally about to get married and get up to the nonsense that I've heard, it is like, no wonder these men, no one wants to get married, no one wants to commit to anyone, because they're seeing these women out here in the streets acting like this. It's disgusting.
women are disloyal, and I would argue that most women are not disloyal. But if that's your lived experience,
I would argue, oh, this is a difficult one, because I was going to say I would argue that most women are disloyal because of things like Instagram. And I think that, you know, replying to DMs and posting promiscuous stuff is disloyalty. However, I also have to think outside of the internet, and although I do see a crazy amount of disloyalty given what I do, if I think about the girls I know in real life, and all the girls I know in real life, they're all loyal. They don't post promiscuous stuff. They're all crazy about their partners. So it's a difficult one. It's a really difficult one. In my personal experience, I would agree with you and say that most women are pretty loyal. However, I've seen so much crap doing this for a living. Like, I watch these videos of these women all day, every day. They crave the attention. They can't live without it. Even when they're about to get married, they can't live without the attention. And I would argue that that is disloyalty, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. To me, that's I personally would not be acting in that particular way if I was about to get married.
really stinks that that's sort of the opinion that you end up forming, and it is because of actions by these types of women. So that's one type of woman, right? And it's kind of like this party girl, she's just kind of out there being disloyal. I want to talk about the other type of woman that uses the same mistake, and it's actually a video of a woman talking to her boyfriend in the car, and then she ends up pointing out another attractive male outside the car, and the boyfriend's reaction is gold. It's absolute gold. For anyone watching this, remember how he reacts, because this is how you would want to react if your girlfriend does this. Without me saying too much more, let's watch the video.
Damn, that guy is so cute. Look at him, isn't he cute?
Bro, you're tripping.
He's so
Yo, come over here, bro.
Stop.
My girl thinks you're cute.
Stop. What the?
You think it's funny playing games? I'm gonna tell him.
I was joking, bro.
Come here, dog.
No, stop.
Maybe
Calling him bro, not good.
he's got a sister for me or some shit. What?
You want me to go be with that dude?
You thought he was
You're gonna
cute?
sit here.
You're playing games, he's playing back. Don't play games with a man that has self-respect.
And embarrass me like that?
How is that embarrassing?
You embarrassed him.
You just told him to come over here. What the? Now he's looking at me weird.
He's got some thoughties for me, for Poppy.
He probably thinks I'm a freak.
Okay.
He probably thinks you're a freak.
Okay. Yo, dog.
Stop. Hit the gas right now and get out of here.
No, I'm about to hit someone's ass. I'm hopefully he's giving me
Oh my
some...
god. I'm genuinely scared. Please drive away.
What is very clear about this video,
Don't play games. It's as simple as don't play games. Oh my gosh, his reaction is amazing. Absolutely spot on. Teach her a lesson.
is that this woman is very allergic to accountability.
Yeah.
She does not want to take it. And she
She won't even say sorry.
ends up trying to flip it back on him as if he's the problem for holding her accountable and for going with the whole idea of her finding this other guy attractive.
Yep. Chances are she probably didn't even find him attractive. She just said it to try and get a reaction out of him, which is toxic.
Where she goes wrong is obviously the motivation behind saying that this other guy is attractive, because her
She wants a reaction. Women love emotions. They love drama. That's what she wants.
motivation, I bet you 100% sure that she was trying to make him jealous. She was trying to make her boyfriend jealous. She was trying to get a rise from him, a reaction. And in that way, his reaction and his jealousy
Validates her. It makes her feel like, oh, yes, he likes me, even though he's in a relationship with you. Is that not enough?
will make her feel more secure. It will give her some amount of reassurance, which is a very toxic way to gain reassurance. It's
Literally just ask for it. Just say, I'm feeling this type of way. Can you reassure me? Simple as.
very toxic because she's essentially stripping her boyfriend from assurance in order to get reassurance for herself. But secure guys, like really secure, confident guys, they are not going to fall for this. And I would argue that pretty much any man over the age of 25, speak up, guys, if you're under 25 and you're like, no, we already understand this. We already would feel this way. But I think any older guy that's been through it, through a relationship, they are not going to fall for this. And he quite honestly will see it as a game. And a man just wants peace. He does not want to deal with these relationship games. He just wants you to be straightforward. He knows what's going to come down the line. If you're just getting this kind of toxic reassurance from him, he knows that you're going to continue that. Or he's going to try to hold you accountable, and let's see how you react. This reaction was not good. This was a total red flag, and I hope this man is living a better life right now, being single, or is finding someone that does not do this sort of thing to him. If you're a guy, listen up. This kind of behavior is not okay from a woman. This is not normal, even though I know it's very much normalized on
It's been normalized, but it's not normal. It's not acceptable, and you shouldn't be accepting it because the majority of women on the internet are acting like that.
social media. I want you to keep an eye out for it. You should just hold a woman accountable, pay attention to her reaction, make sure, even if it's a woman that makes this mistake and she needs to learn, if she's willing to put in the work and she's willing to change and she's willing to listen to your perspective, that is something.
And can take accountability and realize how her actions made you feel a certain type of way. The intent behind the actions doesn't matter. I've said this before. If someone makes you feel a certain type of way, what they meant by it is irrelevant. If someone's actions have made you feel a certain type of way, that person needs to acknowledge that their actions have made you feel a type of way, regardless of what their intention was.
Someone that's probably worth sticking with and working through it. But if she reacts very poorly, like this second example, I think that you should rethink the relationship.
Yeah, I thought that was a great one. I can't really disagree with anything that she said. It's so bad that we've allowed women to think that this kind of behavior is okay. We've basically got infantile women walking around acting like bratty teenagers and have never been told that that's not okay and that you need to act like a mature adult in a relationship. But hey, that's just what I think. Why do you let me know what you think in the comment section below? As always, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up on the way out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell and click the drop down arrow and select all to make sure that you're notified of all of my content. And if you'd like to consider donating to the channel, you can do so by clicking the link in the description at buymeacoffee.com. And if you have a video that you want me to react to, you can reach out to me on my various social media platforms or email me. The links are in the description. And on that note, I will see you very soon in the next one. Take care. Bye bye.